Oh, I need chapstick. Please hold. Okay, so truth be told, when I film, and I would guess it's like that for a few people, when my lips are dry, I feel like they stick to my teeth. And yeah, so I always try to put chapstick on so my lips don't stick together or stick to my teeth. Kind of a creator hack, I think. Fun fact of the day. Hello everybody, how are you doing today? It is Monday, May 1st, and I wanted to jump on and just give a quick update. I know it's been a while since I've updated you all on how Ray is doing, how Allie, Kayla, and I are doing, and so many of you continue to ask how we're doing and let me know that we are still in your thoughts and prayers, and you're sending your well wishes and energy and strength to us, and I can't tell you how much that means to me. It really does. It's humbling to me, and so I wanted to come on and just update you all. Oh boy. There was a bit of a setback with Ray, and it kind of knocked the wind out of me for a little bit, and it kind of knocked the wind out of me for a minute, and I just needed some time to absorb and accept the setback. For those of you who are new to my channel, on September 26th, 2022, just about 7 months ago, my son Ray was diagnosed with stage 4 gastric cancer at the age of 28. He has since undergone 11 chemotherapy and immunotherapy infusions. His cancer stemmed or originated in his esophagus, but it wasn't in the upper esophagus, it was in his lower esophagus, closer to his ribs, and it was in the tube right before the opening of the pouch of your stomach is where the original tumor started. Because it is stage 4, that is indicative of it metastasizing. When it metastasized, it went to his liver. He had a tumor the size of a golf ball on his liver, and the one in his esophagus was the size of a grape. After his 6th infusion, we had a PET scan done to see how the tumors were reacting to the chemotherapy and the immunotherapy. And at that time, there was a misunderstanding on our part as to what the results were. Our understanding was that the cancer was barely visible, and what we interpreted that as it was almost completely gone and it was barely visible. And that was our misunderstanding. Now, as there was a great response to the chemotherapy and the immunotherapy that Ray had had after 6 infusions, what was meant by barely visible was the tumor in his esophagus was not clearly visible, I guess, is what was meant by barely visible. Now, Ray responded great to the chemotherapy and the immunotherapy. The tumor on his liver that was the size of a golf ball was almost non-existent. It was completely gone. So with that, that is a great win. The surrounding tissue and all the tissue in his liver no longer has cancer in it. His liver is free of cancer, and that is my understanding. The lining of his stomach now no longer has cancer. The tissue looks healthy. I don't even really know how to word it. We realized that we had misunderstood the results when Dr. Merla ordered the endoscopy. And so Ray went and had an endoscopy done about a month and a half ago, and it was with the same doctor that found the cancer originally in his esophagus. And so that doctor went in, did the endoscopy, and saw the original tumor still in his cardia. And it wasn't much smaller. It was a bit smaller, but not much smaller. So the tumor is still there. And the tissue, I guess, surrounding the tumor is healthy. The gastric doctor that did his endoscopy said the tumor looks different. And he took several pictures of it. And so what that means, I don't know. He said it was a bit smaller, but that tumor did not respond as well to the chemotherapy and the immunotherapy as the tumor on his liver did. Now, does that mean a huge setback? It doesn't, not at all. There is a huge win there. Ray is fighting this and he is beating the cancer, but there is still the tumor in his esophagus, in the cardia. And so that was kind of a blow to us when we thought that the cancer was almost gone. Could it have been worse? Absolutely. Could he have not responded? Right, there are situations where that happens. But I think that when you have that misunderstanding and that misconception, and then you get on that high of being happy and thinking everything is going to be okay, and then there's kind of that blow, it kind of sets you back and leaves the uncertainty of Ray's health and his life up in the air again. The good news is that in our first appointment, Dr. Merla, the first, I would say, 3 months, Dr. Merla had said several times that surgery was not an option for Ray, that it would be an unnecessary surgery and it would do nothing. And we weren't really understanding that. And it took a few appointments for us asking the question in the right way to get the answer that made sense to us. And after the third time of asking him, it was then made clear to us that because there were cancer cells all in Ray's liver, which I wasn't aware of that either. I thought it was just confined to the tumor, but I guess it was completely, his liver was completely engulfed in cancer cells, and so was the lining of his stomach, which again, I don't know why I didn't know that. My only guess for not understanding that is the day we found out the information, I think I kind of had brain fog and the room just kind of shrunk, and I didn't take in all of the information as much or as well as I typically would have because of the devastating news that we got. But nonetheless, the lining of Ray's stomach looks healthy and amazing according to the GI doctor, and the tissue surrounding the tumor in his esophagus looks healthy, and the tumor even looks different, and his liver is free of cancer. And so with that, Dr. Merla said that he wanted to refer Ray to a surgical oncologist that specializes in gastric cancer surgery. Now, he did say that this is typically not a surgery that they will do, but he wanted to send us down there anyway. This doctor is out of town, and so we are actually leaving tonight to head out of town to see if this surgical oncologist will consider doing surgery on Ray. And our hope is that because the cancer cells are just confined to that one tumor now, and it's not in the lining of his stomach, it's not in the surrounding tissue, and the cancer is no longer in other organs of Ray's body, his lymph nodes look healthy, that this Dr. Wu, and I'm going to tell you her name, she works at the Duarte City of Hope, that Dr. Wu will consider doing surgery on Ray and remove that cancer tumor. That is something that I'm gonna ask you all to pray for. Pray for this doctor, pray for her wisdom, and pray that she will do surgery on Ray and that Ray can at some point live free of this cancer and have a lot of life to live. If she doesn't do surgery on Ray, now I don't know this for sure, but my fear is that they can only stabilize the tumor and try other treatments. I don't know what it means. In the very beginning, Dr. Merla had said at best they could stabilize the tumor. And I don't know if that was just based on the fact that the cancer was in so many places for Ray. I'm trying not to think too far ahead or overthink everything, but I again am calling on all of my subscribers to pray for us, to send us energy, whoever, whatever your God is or your belief system is. I ask that you call on that belief system tonight and pray that Dr. Wu will do surgery on Ray. And we want that. That is what we want for Ray. And we will know tomorrow. His appointment is at 8 in the morning, and so I am guessing by this time tomorrow we will know, or I'm hoping we will know, what her decision is. I was honestly gonna hold out and not give an update until after this appointment. But as a mom, the fear is crippling, because I really want her to do surgery on Ray, because I want my son to have a good, full, happy, healthy life with many years to come. And so I just felt like I need to do the only thing that I know to do, and that is to ask you all to be behind us and pray for us, think of us, send us strength, send us your energy, and send us your well wishes for tomorrow at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And so thank you all for all of the thoughts and prayers that you have already given us, your well wishes, the strength, the energy that you send our way. Ray is doing okay. Dr. Merla had to stop one of the chemos. Ray has 3 chemos that he is infused with because they went so aggressive on him because of his age, and he is also infused with immunotherapy, but they had to stop one of the chemos that started with an O because the neuropathy is so bad on Ray. His fingertips are just fluorescent red and feel like there's balloons inside of them. There's numbness and tingling in his fingers and his toes, really bad. That isn't even going away. It used to kind of subside before the next infusion, but now it just kind of carries over and gets worse after he's infused. And it's to the point where he can't open things, he drops things, he can't walk real well because it hurts his toes. Health-wise, Ray physically is tolerating the chemo and the immunotherapy in the way of his body is recovering blood work wise, but he is not, the energy level and how he physically feels, the quality of his life is less than. But I tell Ray that it is something that he's gonna get through, and he's just gotta power through it and fight through it, and just know that there is going to be a light at the end of the tunnel, and that this is a means to an end, and we are all here for him, doing what we can to make his days easier for him. And that's kind of what he's going through right now. But anyway, for now, I have got to go get this video edited for you all and get it up. I've got to pack and head on over to Ray's house so we can head out and see what Dr. Wu says. So until next time, everybody, thank you for watching this update, and I promise I will update you soon. So stay happy, stay safe, stay healthy. but most of all, stay positive, because boy oh boy, I'm sure trying today and tomorrow.